Hello students, in this video I am going to start your new chapter control and coordination. So I think we should know first what is the meaning of control and coordination. So well student, there are various life processes as we have seen in the last chapter like nutrition, excretion, transportation, and respiration. So they all are involved in the maintenance of living organism. It means if any of the process is uh, mishandled or damaged by any means, the living organism has to survive, so has to suffer. So these processes are called life processes because they are required for the maintenance of living organism, maintenance of their survival. So in addition to these process, there are something which happen like uh, if something is moving from one place to another place, we call them as a living. But we can say that plants are also moving, but they cannot move from one place to another place. So there are some concept behind what is living and what is non-living. So if we talk about the animals, so animals can move from one place to another place. Of course they are living, and plants are also living, but they cannot move from one place to another place. So how can we say that they are living? Yes, we can see a germinating seedling. If this is a diagram of a seed, so we can see that they are germinating. This is sprout. So some of in animals, some of the movement are not connected to growth, but in case of plant, germination of seed in plant, it is connected to growth. A germinating seedling, it pushes the soil aside and comes out. So this is a growth movement, but other movements are not connected with growth, like in animals, like flying of birds or uh, walking of animals or walking of humans. These are not connected with the growth movement, but in this case, in case of seed, we can see that this is connected to growth movement. So we can classify that movements can be of two types: non growth movement as well as growth movement. So if there is non-growth movement, there must be some function like protection, pleasure, better environment, and searching of food. So I think these all you can relate better, uh, how the animals can protect themselves by escaping themselves from predator, uh, and then for pleasure, for searching of mate and better environment, and searching of food. Then growth movements, their function is typically involved in the growth. So control and coordination in animals is performed by two ways. So what are these two ways? First is by the nervous system, and second one is by the endocrine system, or this is also called as hormones. So one way of control may affect the other. So the communication in nervous system is via nerve impulse that travels through the neurons in the body, and endocrine system, it consists of endocrine glands that secrete hormones which travel in the body through blood. So by this we can say that control and coordination is interrelated to each other. So a number of interaction between the environment and the animals are a result of both combined action of nervous and endocrine system. So nervous system, you can say that it provides stimulation, it provides stimulation and immediate response, immediate response. But endocrine system, this activity may be slower and more prolonged. Means nervous system they act immediately, but endocrine system they response late. So we can understand by this flow chart what is the meaning of control and coordination. So as I told you that it is controlled by nervous system and endocrine system. So these two are interrelated to each other. So nervous system, it is stimulated by a stimulus, then stimulus is taken by receptor organ, then it is taken by sensory nerve, then sensory nerve will work according to brain and spinal cord. Spinal cord convey this message to motor neuron, and then it goes to effector organ. It can be muscles or gland, and then there will be a response. So nervous system, stimulus, receptor organ, sensory organ, brain, spinal cord, motor neuron, effector organ, and that's the response. So effector is a differentiated structure performing a specific reaction relative to the environment in response to a stimulus which is from the nervous system. So I will explain it one by one in next video. See here what happened in endocrine system. There is stimulus, then it goes to endocrine organs. So what it does, it secretes hormone, and hormones will be secreted in blood, and then it goes to target organ, and that organ will response. So this is all about the control and coordination and how the nervous system and endocrine system works accordingly.